S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Get shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze free.
And, Coach, we come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready? 180. Tackle.
They'll run on first down. Hurd. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there.
And right away, he lost the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
You know I love football. You know I love the game.
I hope so.
But nighttime in December, you know I'm wearing multiple coats. So I just wonder about the guys on the field with all the great gear that they have. Do they have enough on, or do they have too much on? Because sometimes that can affect you trying to carry the ball.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that. All
the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
On first down, Hurd. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Gun.
On 2nd down and 4, Newton. This one taken in by the former Baylor Bear, Jalen Hurd. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 35.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
On 1st and 10, Newton. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And now it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
On 2nd down now, Hurd. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Gun.
Check 31, check 31.
That's right.
Newton on 3rd down. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Now, before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
And because they couldn't hit the long field goal, they are set up nicely offensively at the 41, 1st and 10.
Hey, we got 3 out.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check.
Now it's Jackson. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Here we go. 60 out low. Switch.
From the gun, Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Here's Clement. Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 41, Jackson. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's get that ball, Let's get that ball right here.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Ready? 6, boy. 46. 46 to Mike. Nice, sweetheart.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And this is caught by Watkins. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They run. This is Cohen. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Now, 46.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
I got you.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
Huh? You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out the just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Out of the gun, Newton. Flush to his right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
First down, a run with Cohen. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Quincy Wilson in on the stop.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Hightower in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now Jackson. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Taywan Taylor, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Flushed out right. Incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Back to the air, Newton on second down. He sets to fire deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
46 to Mike.
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. In on the stop there, Andrew Sendejo. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll run it with Cohen. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The kick by Crosby is good, and that'll push the lead up to 13-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At their own 18-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Newton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Deep ball for Goodwin. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Marquise Goodwin, 82 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. And a terrific return as they finally do stop him, but not before he's inside the 15.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Check Mike 46. Focus, defense, focus.
On first down, Cohen. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
At the 15-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's a handoff to Cohen running right. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And Crosby puts it through. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half. And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Grant. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Jakeem Grant, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Point after, right down the middle. And that will get them one closer. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And some room to maneuver. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Jackson now. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. He may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Mike 46. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 46 to Mike. 46. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Hey,
Jackson from the shotgun. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Out to his left. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Lamar Jackson with now his 2nd touchdown of this third quarter. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Extra point try now for Crosby. And the lead is now 2. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Down Terry Poe marches in for the sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
20.
Now Newton. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
3rd and long. It's Newton. Going for Hurd on the deep ball. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, That's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Jackson now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. Here's Jackson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. They can't stop Bruce Irvin there as he slips in for the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they left little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Seth Roberts, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Down the return. The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Newton now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man on the right sideline. It's Shelton. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
Throwing on second down. Newton is going to loft one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
He may try and run for this. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Newton. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Cameron Hayward has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Don't get nervous. 49's the Mike. Watch 49. Man.
Another try after the first down sack. Newton And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Good stuff. Keep doing it.
Newton's pass intercepted. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 14.
The Browns drive about to get started. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Rip left, rip left.
Again, it's Cohen. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Loss on the play. It's 3rd and 11.
Set. 6. 6. 6. Time to go. Night, night.
On 3rd down, Jackson fights him off. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Here comes Grant on the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
46-yard line.
180.
52's the mic. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Great, great, great.
52's the mic.
Look at him.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. To throw again on 2nd down. Newton. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed and they're showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. This is Cohen. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Offensively, with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock. He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 5 on the QB run, but it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Returnable for Grant. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Newton to throw. Forced out to his left. Finding room at the 30. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
To throw is Newton. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Tyler Kroft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. 3rd down here. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Newton. Now a desperation throw deep down, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10.
Hey, tight down. There you go. 52.
Now it's Newton. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
20.
Now Newton. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. This to get it back to a one-score game. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And despite the cold, despite the snow, this one was fun to watch, and I want to thank you for bringing 2 things, the space heater and the hot chocolate. Those were a big help for us here in the booth.
Yeah, just so you know, in the future, get your own space heater. Okay, I'm an only child. I don't share very often. But this had to bring out, like, the 12-year-old in us, didn't it? I mean, to be able to watch this, and let's face it, when you were that age, you didn't come inside until Mom screamed, "Get inside now, young man," because you wanted to be